the country, respected scholars, and also students and other administrative officers. So today it is my privilege to speak on in front of such a great personality like Professor Sensor. Actually, I am a very learner, a simple person. Actually, today I don't have capacity to teach anyone. Just I'll share whatever I learned from myself only. So as an IQAC coordinator, I learn a little bit only for my college, for my work on last 6 years. So just I will share my whatever I learn from myself only. I'm not expert. I'm not expert. Just I will share my whatever I learned on last 6 years for myself, for my college only. And one thing is that already Sensor told that now there is a drastic change is going on in education system. So now it is compulsory for all of us to accredit ourselves. That means now it is the theory of the survival of the fittest is real in us, because if we cannot survive, then we'll be vanished like that dinosaurs. So we have to survive, and along with that, we have to carry forward our institutions. So the reverse accreditation process of NAAC actually gives us an opportunity to uplift us, means to submit us, or to it is a type of self-evaluation actually. Actually, as per NAAC, this is the NAAC inspection is voluntary. Voluntary means we can do for us only, so that for self-development, or we can say for as a self-satisfaction. So just I like to share some skills, because it is not possible for me to speak all these things. So may I share my screen, sir? Pathak sir, may I able to? I like to share my screen. Host disabled participant. So I request host to allow me to share my screen.
Yes, I'm talking to Rajesh sir. He will make you co-host.
So by what time I will to finish my presentation, sir? Pathak sir? By what time I have to finish the workshop, my presentation? Sanjita, Dr. Sanjita?
Yes, you have to finish by 45 minutes.
Yeah. So yes. Now my screen is not sharing. Please allow me to.
Rajesh sir is making you co-host now. You will be able to share.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I think हमारे प्रेसिडेंट जी जुड़ गए, मानसी मैम.
Sanjita, whether my screen is
yes, it's visible.
You can see now.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Actually, revised accreditation process of NAAC. I am very thankful to Global Sanskritic Forum, Assam, Prant, and Silchar College to give me an opportunity to speak in front of you. Because actually, I already told that I am not an expert. Just like Sanjita told, I am not a scholar. Just a simple, just a student only, learning in the field of my field of study, also in IQAC also.
So Kakati sir, actually our president has joined. So Can I welcome her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So we warmly welcome Dr. Manasi Sharma. She is an associate professor of Manohari Devi Kanoi Girls College. So she is actually the official chairperson. She is the chairperson of Assam Prant Global Sanskrit Forum. So with folded hands, I welcome Dr. Manasi Sharma, ma'am. Yes, sir, you proceed. Kakuti, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sanjita. I also I express my sincere gratitude to chairperson, Dr. Manasi Sharma, madam. Good evening, madam. So the need of the screen is I got little problem. Plus,
yeah, it is visual.
Yeah, from my part. Yeah. So need that means why we need accreditation. So need for objective, transparent, and robust system of accreditation, a methodology that can emphasize more on objective and rule out subjective judgment, a framework that can establish score quantitatively, integrate performance of the institution in 7 broad criteria, 70%, including student satisfactory survey, perception of the peer group, 30%. Performance of the institutions can be analyzed as metric level, key indicator level, or criteria level. The methodology that is transparent and completely ICT enabled so that assessment result can be obtained quickly. Actually, in our previous system of accreditation, the whole SSR or self-assessment is subjective actually. Now it's time to present ourselves on quantitative manner. Previously, it is mainly on qualitative. Now, both quantitative and quality system is there. So in the present system, revised accreditation system, 70% is database and 30% is qualitative, that means given by the peer team visit, after peer team visit. So previously, what happened? We wrote the SSR as we like, and we send it NAAC. So after verification, NAAC it approve it, and peer team came to our institutions, and they accredit our police whatever they seen in front of us. But now the time is science. The whole SSR, that means self-assessment, is divided into two parts: quantitative and qualitative. So quantitative means mainly these are database, 70% is covered by the data, and 30% by the peer team visit or qualitative. So, and in this system, what we can we have the advantage that if we fulfill the minimum criteria, then we can get a good rank or grade as we desired. So in this system, the methodology of ICT is widely used, and that's why all the system is marked as on the basis of quantitative. So the preparation of revised accreditation framework began in June 2016. So before 2016, this is only the SSR is descriptive, and by forming different core groups, the design and metrics started then. The formalities of development of portal-based application process was initiated in June 2016, initially designed to be a window-based process. By July 2017, the first window was inaugurated and maiden process of revised accreditation process began. So introducing key indicators on alumni engagement and student satisfaction survey. So in the revised accreditation system, the key indicators on alumni engagement and student satisfaction survey is started. And data validation by external professional agencies also started in the revised accreditation framework. In the process of accreditation, we have six systems. First thing is that we have to submit IIQA, Institutional Information for Quality Assessment, next self-study report, data validation and verification, student satisfactory survey, peer team visit, and last institutional grading. So here, those institutions is applying for the first time. That means for cycle 1, they may directly go to the IIQA. And after means successful submission of IIQA, means they are allowed to submit SSR on submission of a part of the fees. And next, after means accepting of the SSR, data validation and verification began, which is called DVB. Actually, whatever data we submitted to the NAAC, they will given to third party, and about the authenticity of the data. They will verify the data, whether that is authentic or not. So after means got satisfaction on data validation verification, they next came to student satisfaction survey. So student satisfaction survey is that we have to upload all the phone number and names, phone number and emails of all the students to the on the portal of NAAC, and they will send email on means base wise to the students. And if the students means response their mail or means mainly mail, then they will they will consider the student satisfaction survey. And after student satisfaction survey, the peer team means they fix the visit of the peer team. So after the visit of the peer team, the NAAC declare the grading of the institution. Okay, what problem? Oh. Just 1 minute. What? Okay. So this is the system. Whether my screen is seen by everyone, visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So for higher education institution, I think the Silsar College is a new one, as Dr. Sanjita Sinha told me, means it is provincialized in 2013, I think, no, madam? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know whether the institution is registered. So, but it is for adults also. Those who are first thing is that we have to register in higher means on the NAAC as registration of higher education institution. So after means registration, we have to submit IIQA, institutional information of quality assurance. Then after acceptance of the IIQA, we are permitted to submit SSR. So SSR, after submission of the SSR, then the quantitative metrics, that means will be verified. That means data validation, data verification, or DVD. So the third party will verify our data. Then after successful means completion of the DVD process, the peer team visit will come to our institutions. So that means at that time, PTV, that means after that, the gradation will be started. The thing is that during the DVD process, the NAAC will send the queries. So we have to meet the queries. So if we meet the queries satisfactorily, then they will move for student satisfactory survey. And if they are satisfied with the student satisfactory survey, they will be next moved to the peer team visit, or if they, and only 30% will be remain for that. Already 70% process of the accreditation will be complete, 30% will be remain. So the peer team, the NAAC will send peer team, and peer team will come in your institutions, and they will verify the data or the documents whatever is submitted. They will not ask anything whatever is not submitted. They will verify whatever is submitted. That means the affiliation of the institutions, or means results, whatever we told that hard copy or means or in soft copies. That means the audit mainly, or the income and expenditure of the institutions, or say results and other whatever documents we have. And for that, the office must be very careful. The office, the peer team will verify all the documents of the institution very nicely, very carefully. Whatever documents we submitted, they will verify. And other than also, they may verify the integral part of the documents of the institution, which is very essential. And before that, just I told to forget, on the beginning of the registration of higher education institution, registration of All India Survey of Higher Education is compulsory. On registration, when we're going to register for higher education institution, then we must have means registration with All India Survey of Higher Education. And the one thing is that the data, whatever is submitted with All India Survey of Education, All India Survey of Higher Education, must tally with the data we have submitted as SSR. So if the data is different, if the data is not similar, then we have to face query. That means we may have to correct the data, whatever we have submitted wrong, either in All India Survey of Higher Education or in NAAC. So it is very difficult if the data is not tally with the All India Survey of Higher Education and with the data of SSR in NAAC. So it is convenient. So it will be advisable to submit the data after verification and again and again. Before submitting in data in NAAC, we should verify it again and again. If we submit any data in NAAC, we must have sufficient adequate proof of it. Evidence, we must have adequate evidences of the data what we have submitted in NAAC. So after the gradation, then again the process is start submission of required like that. So next one slide is here. I don't know what this, yeah. Okay, IIQA submission, fill IIQA and upload support documents, means pay IIQA fee online, IIQA submission, IIQA verification submit, clarification queries. Queries will definitely come and we have to make it. So IIQA verification submitted response, then IIQA verification accepted. That SSR submission, fill SSR. Then after, one thing is that after submission of IIQA and accepting IIQA, within 30 to 45 days, we must have to submit the SSR. So that means citizen suggestion from everyone, not from me, not from my side, but from every expert in the field, that before submitting IIQA, we must prepare the SSR so that within 45 days, we may submit the SSR. That means in the website, NAAC website, everything is given. The all the guidelines is given, even the templates are given in the section online apply. In the online apply, there is a probably after the manual manual for revised accreditation process. Then after that, the templates for revised accreditation process there are templates for universities, template for autonomous colleges, and template for affiliated colleges. So we may download the data as per our requirement. That means now we are affiliated college, so we will download the affiliated college templates. And though we have to submit many templates, the table in the SSR, but there are some common data. So in this revised templates, next done some work for us. That means they combine some slides, templates common. So I have seen 26 to 27 templates recently, but preparing of the 26, 27 templates is not an easy task. So hard work is needed, day and night dedication is needed. So whatever I just realized, for accreditation, it is not impossible, but dedication is very essential. A teamwork is very essential. Only the principal sir or the IQAC coordinator cannot do anything if the community cannot help. The data collection of data is one of the most important thing, accurate data. And collection of data along with the evidence is very necessary so that so that we may upload the data wherever necessary. And in the revised accreditation process, every on key indicator, we must upload the evidences, data as well as evidences. So SSR submission, SSR filling, then just pay SSR fee, then selected non-applicable matrices, select, then SSR process, SSR will be processed, SSR that after DVD will be processed, then upload the data, other things, whatever necessary or query come, and ultimately the SSR will be accepted in the process. So this is just given a screenshot of how to register with the IIQA, how to submit IIQA. Just IIQA is nothing but the institutional information for quality assessment. IIQA means institutional information for quality assessment. So here they will ask for the informations of the institutions about the say establishment or the affiliations or all these things, or UGC 12B certificate is very essential. UGC 12B certificates and affiliation, permanent affiliation certificates, these are highly essential. Here we have to upload that. Now we just come to the main point, and whatever we are discussing, these are mainly our concepts. That means what we have to do. So just like playing in the playground football, just we make it that another party is there. So we have to goal in the we have to send the ball to the goal within the goal post. So whatever just we discussed now, this is our process. Now the system is here. Quality indicator framework, description. The criteria-based assessment form the backbone of academic and assessment process of NAAC. The 7 criteria represent the core function and activities of higher education institution. In the revised framework, not only the academic and administrative aspects of institution functioning, but also emerging issue have been included. The 7 criteria is that first is curriculum aspects. Second, teaching, learning, evaluation. Third, research, innovation, and extension. Fourth, infrastructure and learning resources. Students, 5, student support and progression. 6, governance, leadership, and management. 7, institutional values and best practices. Though here we have seen there are only 7 criteria, but every criteria is very vast, very vast. So even submitting an AQR, annual quality assurance report, so it covers around say 35-36 pages without the tables. So if we consider the tables also, then AQR itself is more than 100 pages, more than 100 page tables are there. So we have to upload the table, we have to upload the evidences. That means in every criteria, we have to submit the respective data and respective informations and also evidences. And now everything is based on documentation. Say today, the college is organizing this webinar, but this is one of the important criteria or credit to the institution on the NAAC accreditation. So we have to keep record of that. We have to upload the flyer in the website. That means we have to take the attendance of the participant. Then how we can take the attendance? Definitely will take the feedbacks in Google form. Then after getting it, we will make a report of that. So on last in 2020, yeah. So we organize a NAAC approved webinar. So that at the time we invite Dr. Ganesh Hegde sir. So in my slide I given his acknowledgement. Actually, we learn a lot from Ganesh Hegde sir. Unfortunately, he is no more with us. But then immediately he told me that you send me the report. Then we prepared a report about the webinar of which is approved by NAAC, and I seen that our report is uploaded in NAAC portal. So everything, whatever we have done, we must upload in website. Anything, whatever we have done, any activity, we must upload in website. So as an IQC coordinator, just I always keep in notice in my institution that if any event or anything we have done, then first thing is that we have to upload in website. Then we prepare a report, and if possible, we will prepare. It means we'll upload the report in our website, because in SSR we have to link the with the link the reports with the respective coulombs or key indicators. So just I will try to discuss of the 7 criteria. So first thing is that curriculum aspects, curriculum design and development, curriculum planning and implementation, academic flexibility, curriculum enrichment, feedback system. So here, just I will giving everything is there in NAAC guidelines. Everything is there in NAAC guidelines. So curriculum design and development, that means the institution have to design the curriculum and have to develop. So now the choice-based system, that means whether we are flexible in the offering the courses or not. That means we must be flexible on offering courses, whether we introduce the courses which is skill-based or not. So these are very important about the design and development, curriculum planning and implementation. Next, the curriculum planning is very necessary, and how we implement it, then we have to produce that. So there is in every table, it is written very nicely, just we have to put the data. Then academic flexibility. That means we must be very flexible on offering the courses. Say in the CBS system, all of you know that a student from physics, he may be allowed to take Sanskrit, or he may be allowed to take education or political science like that. So this process is already, I think the Professor Sen Pathak sir already knows these things many very previous many years before than us, because in Western countries the academic flexibility started many years back. Now we are starting going to that. Previously, it is like that means a person or a student of science is never allowed to take a subject of the pure arts, or pure arts students is not allowed to take the course of science. Now the time is changes, though we are bound on the situations, yet we'll try how we may be flexible on academic in offering the courses. So NAAC will verify whether we are flexible on offering the courses or not. Next, curriculum enrichment. So how we enrich our curriculum, how we develop our curriculum, whether we are running in our old pattern or we are take some steps to develop the curriculum or not. Fourth thing is the feedback system. So we must take the feedback of the students, whatever we have done. The student must say that he teaches us very nicely. I cannot tell that I teach to the students very sincerely, very nicely. The students must say. And more than that, there is a provision of the feedback from the stakeholders. But unfortunately, many of us unable to take the feedback from the alumni, feedback from the guardian. Just we took the feedback from the students because we are not keeping good relations with the alumni or guardians. And even the guardians also not conscious in our locality. That means they send their children to our college and they think that the professor will teach and they will, after the completion of the job, education, they will do some job and they will find their way. But the guardians should know where their children are moving, their children is now capable to do something or not. And we must ensure to the guardians that whatever we are teaching to their students, it is on right way. So the feedback system is very necessary. And next is teaching, learning, and evaluation. Teaching, learning, evaluation, this is the most important part, because here highest credit is given 350 credits. In curriculum aspects and key indicators, we have 100 credits, and here we have 350 credits. So one thing is that I like to mention infrastructure development. So there is no many more marks in infrastructure, but more emphasis is given on teaching, learning, and evaluation. Here, key indicators are, these are the sections. This means key indicators means they are the subsections. Student enrollment and profile. That means the number of students, those who enroll, and their profile means their background, what type of students are coming to our institution, what are the quality of these students. This depends on there. And next is that catering to student diversity. So whether our institutions, our students are admitted, the students admitted in institutions, they are mainly to our locality or they are coming from other places. There is a specific mention, number of students from other states. So, and I have seen from my experience that we are not interested to admit students from other states or other locality, but there is a credit on giving admission to students from other states. So catering to students' diversity is definitely coming here. So teaching learning process. So teaching learning process, yes, everyone know that, but that means what process we have adopted on teaching in modern system, whether ICT tools are using or not, whether any modern equipments we are using or not, whether that means we are take the advantage of the present ITC tools we are acquiring or not. These are the comes when teaching, learning, and process. Then teacher profile and quality. That means the teachers, those who are appointed in institution, their profile have to if they have a risk profile, then it is a credit for the institution. And quality, say teachers to submit publications of the teachers say UGC Cares Journal. Actually, more emphasis is given on Scopus and Web of Science journals publications mainly, but previously the main publications is also allowed in peer review. Now after 2018, I have seen that only the publications in UGC Careless Journal is admitted. Others are not allowed. So whenever publishing research papers or articles, we must be very careful about the journals. There are some journals who publish their articles within one night or one day or 1 week, but we should not encourage this. A lot of journals are there in UGC Careless, and all the Scopus and Web of Science journals are admitted in UGC under UGC Careless. So Indian Citation Index and Scopus Index or Web of Science journals, these are all come under UGC Careless. Please, if anyone want to publish, just go to the UGC website and you publish your papers in suitable journals, not blindly on any other journals. Then evaluation process and reforms. Evaluation process means what process means we adopted on evaluation of the students. Then student performance and learning outcomes. So what are the performance of the students? Will come here, say how many students are mainly come on last semester students, what is the number of students admitted, how many students is passed, that means the pass ratio, all these things will come on student performance learning outcomes. Then student satisfaction survey. So here student satisfaction survey, that means whether the students are satisfied or not with the system. So for this we have to upload all the phone numbers and emails and name of the students in the system. Then they will we have to take the satisfaction of the students, and NAAC will also verify that. Next is Third, research, innovation, and extension. Key indicators: promotion of research and facilities, and resource mobilization for research, innovation ecosystem, research publication and awards, consultancy, extension activity, collaborations. Promotion of research and facilities, that means what steps we have taken to promote research. This will come under this. And resource mobilization for research, actually 3.2 is not applicable for affiliated colleges. These are mainly for universities. So generally, the university have the system of resource mobilization for research. So we do not have the we do not need resource mobilization for research. Innovative ecosystem. Hello, Sanjita, I am audible. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Actually, it's so interesting now. We are enjoying a pin drop silence here. Okay, proceed.
Thank you. Just innovation ecosystem. Innovation ecosystem means we have to create an ecosystem in our campus. That means using the solar system, or means energy saving. What step means green campus means, or make awareness of the students about the present system. And in this system also came the one thing is that I like to tell, the organizing workshop, seminar, webinar on intellectual property and gender centration is very essential. And this come under innovative ecosystem. So that means ecosystem not only with the environment, but also on quality of us, thinking of us. Means that means way of thinking, outlooks. So in the ecosystem, the outlook of the whole community also came here. So that means I like to tell that on every year, if possible, two workshop or two seminar, but if not possible, at least one workshop on intellectual property right and gender sensitization. So intellectual property right, who are the authorized person to speak on intellectual property right? First thing is the lawyer. A lawyer can speak on, he may be a resource person on intellectual property right. Next, a librarian. A librarian of any recognized institution, he is a recognized resource person for intellectual property right. And third is that concerned research guide. So concerned research guide means if the Department of Sanskrit is organizing the intellectual property, and then research guide of the Sanskrit department can be is allowed to be a resource person. But as far as I know, that a research guide is not allowed to as resource person on other discipline other than his field. But a librarian and lawyer is they are acceptable everywhere on every department. So generally we prefer a librarian or a lawyer so that whole community will be allowed to participate here. So, and this actually came where because of the plagiarism. So whatever we have seen on allowing the projects, say on every department we have projects, even the environment have projects, even the honors or other honors on every subjects there is projects. But whatever I have seen, if we allow a project, then if any students wrote a project, everyone try to copy it. So the copying something is a crime. We have to teach to the students from the beginning. To copy anyone is a crime, or it is not a process. It is that means we have to teach to our students from the beginning. That's why intellectual property right is introduced, so that the thinking of students become unique. The thinking or thought of the students should be unique. Then they will be later become a good researcher or a good industrialist, or they will do something, or a good entrepreneur. That means to become an entrepreneur, If someone always follow others, he cannot be an entrepreneur. So to become an entrepreneur, he must be some unique thinking. That's why the intellect, he must aware of the intellectual property right. Next is a gender sensitization. So now it is a time that means we have to work irrespective of our gender. That means every work we are eligible, both male and female. We should not be discriminated on gender. So that's why gender sensitization is very important. So innovative ecosystem within this, even the using of the solar light, solar plants, or means plantation of environment, or means taking care of the plastics, all these things. This also come as innovative ecosystem. So next research publication and awards. That means research publications means how many publications we have done by the teachers on last 1 year, or in SSR 5 years. So 5 year SSR, just one thing is that I don't know whether I mentioned it or not. AQR is a data of 1 year, and SSR is nothing but the accumulation of 5 year data. So here in SSR, research publication, we have to upload, means all the research publications that our teachers have done on 5 years, or in AQR, they will on last 1 year. And awards, that means if any means teachers got awards, recognition, or patent, this will come on under award. So we have to means when filling up the criteria, we must be very careful so that suitable data will be uploaded on suitable place. Then consultancy actually, whether the institution has consultancy with other industries or not. This is also important. An extension activity. Extension activity means whether we have done any the social or means social or state developing work outside our means campus or not. That means whether that means all of we have done plantation in our campus. Whether we have planted, means we have taken the plantation program outside our campus or not. Whether we have taken any means development activity in other surrounding areas or not. Whether we make some developing work around us, this will come extension activities. And NSS then have a great role on this. And IQAC have the responsibility. And we have everyone we try to adopt one village. And I have seen many colleges has done tremendous work. In Nagaon College that I have been, they adopted one village in Morrigaon district, and Department of Zoology, they are patronizing the cultivation of Mugaeri. They are patronizing Mugaeri, and the village is developing lot. And some villages I have seen that they convert the village to means ecotourism village. These are the comes on under extension activity. And next is collaboration. Collaboration means nowadays doing anything alone is not in credit. So collaboration is essential. And whether we have done collaborative work or not, whether we have signed more with other institutions or not. And signing up more is not in credit if we have not done any post-more activity. Post-more activity is very essential.
Driving mode. Driving mode.
So one thing is that the collaboration at other university is also an important criteria. So just I previously told the research means promotion of research is not applicable for affiliated colleges. Next means criteria. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Research, innovation, and extension, promotion of research and facility, research mobilization for just I already completed. Then this is infrastructure development. Sorry, yeah. Yes, infrastructure development. Then key indicator is that physical facilities, library as a learning resource, IT infrastructure, maintenance of campus infrastructure. So physical facility actually, here in means physical means infrastructure, we have 100 marks. So if someone think that we do not have large building, we do not have all these things, this is not important. But whatever we have that it is then we can overcome the hurdle. Physical facilities, here we are will given how many classrooms are there, how many books are there, how many books are there, how many computers are there, how many computers are there. This will come under this. And IT infrastructure means whether how many IT means ITC enabled classrooms we have, whether how many digital classrooms has. This will come. And maintenance of campus infrastructure, that means the how we have maintained the campus, what is the amount of money we have to spend on maintaining the campus. This will come under this. Next, criteria 5, student support and progression, key indicator. Student support, student progression, student participation activity, and alumni engagement. This is very important because student support and progression is one of the most important. So student support, that means how we give support to the students and how we got the response from the students, which will come. Student progression, that means how many students are means admitted in higher institution, how many students got job in good institutions, how many students get NET get or means there. This will come under student progression. That means the students, whatever the products, students are products. That means what are their vocations after the graduation. This will come under this criteria. In student participation and activities, that means participation of the students in activities, whether the students is got a national award or not. That means whether our students have any significant development in the field of sports or extracurricular. This will come under this. Then alumni engagement. So the alumni has a vital role on our institutions. So I think the among us, Professor Sensor is very aware of that in Western countries or even in IITs, the alumni are very interested on giving support to their institutions. So in here also the UGC wanted the students, those who produce after completion of their study or after getting their placement, they should offer some support to our institution, mainly financial support. So whether the students or alumni is have contribution to our institution or not. So for that, alumni association is very essential. And after that, the alumni must go through registration under society. It will be clearly written whether you have a registered alumni or not. Registered means the alumni must be registered in under Society Act. So, and next thing they will ask the contribution of alumni in terms of rupee. So if the alumni, if we get at least 1,000 rupees or 100 rupees also contribution from alumni, then it is a great contribution to this institution. That means the process is started. That means the alumni is responding to us. So we have to try that the alumni should have a good relation in the institution, that means in the progression of the institution or in economic uplifting the economy of the institution. So student support, just giving some description, facilitating mechanism like guidance, career guidance. So just student support, I already told them what kind of support we have given to them, say like career guidance cell, placement cell, grievance cell, welfare measure to support students. This will come under student support. Student progression, the institution concerned for student progression to higher studies and or to employment in the pertinent issue. We already discussed student participant activity, encouraging student participant activities, facilities, developing various skills and competence and foster holistic development. So we must avoid that whether our students is developed, whether there is a holistic development of the among the students or not. So alumni engagement, I already discussed. Next is the So criteria institutional leadership actually. So leadership, institutional leadership in criteria 6. institutional vision and leadership. The institution must have a good vision and should have a very good leadership. So there are key indicators, and we have to fill it very carefully. Strategy development and deployment. The leadership provides clear vision and mission to the institution. We must have a clear vision and mission to the institution. So without the vision and mission of the institution, so we cannot contribute to the society. Faculty empowerment strategy, efforts to upgrade the professional competence of the staff, which need mechanism to evolve for regular performance appraisal to staff. That means to uplift the quality of the faculties. The institution must patronize, encourage. Then financial management and resource mobilization. So budgeting and optimizing utilization of finance as well as mobilization of resources are the issues considered under this key indicator. So we have to make proper budget, and we have to use the optimum use of the financial resources. And if we have the anything on mobilization of the financial resources is encouraging. Then internal quality assurance system. The institution has mechanism for academic administrative audit, and IQAC should adopt a participatory approach in managing its provision. So we must take the academic and administrative audit. So the institution, every institution should have undergo with academic and administrative audit, and IQAC have a rule means to lead the academic and administrative audit. So academic and administrative audit actually came under as an integral part of the NAAC accreditation. Next, institutional values and best practices. Last criteria, sorry, institutional values, and I am taking more time, please excuse me actually. So K indicators is institutional values and social responsibility, best practices, institutional distinctiveness. So institutional values and social responsibilities, in order to be relevant in changing national and global context, an education institution has to be responsive to the emerging challenges and demanding issue with social responsibility. So we have a very broad social responsibility. The whole society is looking for us. That means we will guide to the institution. So we have to uplift the quality of the institution so that we may meet the expectation of the society. Next, every institute has to be mandated to be responsive to at least a few progression issues such as gender equity, environment consciousness, and sustainability with unique practices. So we must very conscious about the at least say some issues like gender equality, environmental consciousness, and sustainability with unique issues, and the institutional that means, and this will come under the best practices. Some meaningful practices relevant to situations are to be evolved within the institution, and such practice which are evolved internally by the institution leading improvement in any one of the aspects functioning academic, administrative, organization are recognized as a best practice. So last thing is that every institution would like to recognize for certain office attributes which make it distinct. So this thing is that institutional value and responsibility. So first thing is very clear that we must do something. We must lead to an institution such a way that we may contribute to our institution. So for that, we have to take some social responsible role. Next, best practice. Best practice is that knowingly or unknowingly, we have done a lot of work in college. But among them, which is best? We have to find two such best practices. Say someone is doing, one thing is that some teachers or students is moving to village, educating to the villagers, or giving education to the backward children. This may come under best practices. So mainly academic, if that means whatever contribution we are giving on academic, administrative, organization. Academic means it may be in the field of academic, or it may be administrative, organization, or it may be social also. See, if we are taking some steps to educate the local people, or if we take some steps to develop, say, local means the economic, socio-economic development of the local people, this also come on the best practices. Say, if we able to find means some market for the means to sell the local products of our villagers, this also come under best practices, but it should be continuous. So whatever we have done continuously for many years, these came under best practices. And institutional distinctiveness, last thing is that. So Kasar College, actually Kasar College, though it is within the city of Silchar, sorry, not Kasar College, it is a Silchar College. Though it is situated within the city, Silchar, but
this I think Pathak sir is raising hand. Maybe he has some questions in mind.
Okay.
No, I will ask at the end. Don't worry.
Okay.
I was raising hands for my son. He was going out.
Okay. Okay. So just here I come in the last side, no comment. So here, say, Silchar College is situated in a corner of Silchar town. The peer team will come maybe from Bombay, maybe from Delhi, maybe from Guwahati. Guwahati will not come, same from other state. Then they will think, say, a professor of Delhi University, he will think that Silchar College should be like a college, say Ramjas College of Delhi University. But we know we are not same with Ramjas College or Bombay University colleges, or say in other good colleges or St. Stephen College. But we have to tell in what criteria we are different from others. That means, say, maybe we are giving education to the girl side, those who are not allowed to go to the far places for education. Maybe we are giving education to the very backward places, or maybe we are giving education to the economic weaker section. Because of the institution, lot of economically weaker sections is getting education. These are come under distinctness. Say, there is a institution near highway, but if we able to means keep our college sound free, means noise free from the highway, then it's also come distinctness under distinctness, and also it may come also on best practices also. Say, if we now, I have seen that during our time, generally we use bicycle when we are student. Now no one is common riding on bicycles, but everyone using, say, motorcycles, bike or car, and these are also using car. So if we make the June, our campus, noise free, or means vehicle free or sound free, then it is also come under distinctness or best practices. So we have to mention that on what criteria our institution is different from other institutions. This will come under institutional distinctiveness. So our institution, maybe we are in remote place, maybe in in village place, but why we are different with a college at Bombay University? Why we are different with the college of the Delhi University? Why we are different with a GC college? So GC college is in the midst of this Silchar town. It is a very good college, but Silchar college also within Silchar town. But if a peer team member or peer team chairman want to know, expect that the environment with GC college should be same with Silchar college, is not possible. But we have to tell, we have to produce why we are different with them, because they have that criteria and we have that criteria. So we have to produce our distinctness with other institutions. Next, so just I'm giving the credits, mentioning about the credits of the criteria wise. Curriculum aspects. So curriculum design and development, it is 50. So this is come under curriculum design and development. For affiliated college, it is not applicable, because we done whatever the institution have misdirected us. So curriculum design and development, this is not applicable for our affiliated colleges. Curriculum planning and implementation. Yes, we can plan the curriculum, so that on implementation. So there is 20 credits. Academic flexibility, just we already discussed, it is 30. Curriculum enrichment, how we enrich our curriculum is 30. And feedback system 20, it is 100. Next. Next is, okay. Say teaching learning evaluation, student enrollment and profile 40, catering to student diversity 50, teaching learning process 50, teaching profile and quality 60, evaluation process and reform 30, student performance and learning outcome 60, student satisfaction 60, 350. So this is the highest credit criteria. Under this system, teaching learning evaluation, we have 350 credits. So we should give more emphasis on this criteria so that we get good rank of that. Third, research, okay. Research, innovation and extension. Research mobilization for means for research. Actually, this is first thing is that not available. Research research fund is mobilizing is not applicable for us. So sorry. Yes, that's resource mobilization for research. It is came 15, but this is not applicable for us actually. Innovative ecosystem 10, research publication and awards 25, consultancy for affiliated college, it is not applicable. It is for generally autonomous institutions and universities. Extension activity we have 50, collaboration 20, 120. Infrastructure and learning resources, physical facility 30, library as a learning resources 20, IT infrastructure 30, maintenance of campus and infrastructure 20 as a whole 100, and student support and progression, student support 50, student progression 25, student participation activity 45, alumni engagement 10, as a whole 130. So we are very lucky that on alumni engagement only we have 10 marks because often we fail to get support from alumni. So on governance, leadership and management, on governance, so just one. Just one minute. Yes. Actually, slide is giving little problem. I don't know. Yes, on leadership first. Then strategy development and 10, faculty empowerment strategy 30, financial management and resource mobilization 20, internal quality assurance system 30 as a whole 100, and institutional values and best practice, institutional values and social responsibility 50, best practices 30, institutional distinctness 20 as a whole 100. So total marks come 1000. So within 1000, that means grade system, there is a system of grading. So after calculation, those I think everyone is know that. So if 2 to 3 it is B, and 1 to 2 it is C, then 3 to 4 then it is A. So this is the process means as a whole. So I am very thankful to all of you to hear me. So now, sir, over to the organizer.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lukendra Kakoti. We are extremely benefited by your presentation. You have touched all the 7 criteria. You have talked about Ganesh Hegreji sir's suggestions to your college that whatever you do, you have to upload a report on that or college website. I think that is a very good point, and we should learn from that. You talked about academic flexibility, although in our colleges, we actually work under some universities and follow university criteria. So we don't have that academic flexibility, but still I think after the initiation of this CVCS program, we have some kind of academic flexibility. You have told a very important thing that copying in any form is a crime. So you should be very careful about that. And our projects should not be copied. And you have rightly mentioned that of the 7 criteria, although before your program, there was also 7 criterion. And the second criteria, teaching, learning, and evaluation, has been very important earlier also, and it's now also it's very important. Out of 1,000, we have 350 credit points there only. So we are having 35% of weightage here. And then you have told about, while talking about student support system, many colleges have this internal career guidance cell. So I hope Shilchar College is also having one guidance cell, career guidance cell. They may have some placement cells. And one thing I want to actually clarify that students' progression is, although he has, Kakoti sir has spoken many things, students' progression for Silchar College people, I just want to add that if your student is graduated from your college and has been admitted to university or B.Ed program or anything, your student is progress. So you can add that as your progression. And another thing you have mentioned that the alumni association, the alumni in general, should contribute to their alma mater. And that happens when we have a very strong bonding with the alumni. So I hope Silchar College will pay attention on that. And with this, I thank you once again. You have, within very short period, you have assured us to speak on this, and you have cooperated so well. So thank you once again. We are now coming to the concluding part of this program. So we are having Dr. Manashi Sharma as our chairperson. She is the chairperson of Assam Prant Global Sanskrit Forum. She is running her editorial endeavor in actually she is publishing a magazine, a journal, which is care listed, and the name of the journal is Prachya. She is actually a very dedicated soul to the development of Sanskrit. She is an associate professor of Manohari Devi Kanai Girls College, and we are very happy and we feel fortunate to have her as our chairperson. So may I now request Dr. Manashi Sharma ma'am to come and give her presidential speech. Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I'm traveling and line might get disconnected in between. So I respected St. Patrick sir and the resource person, respected resource person sir, and respected dignitaries present here, and the participants. It is actually at the outset I would like to say that this is for the first time I think the Assam Prant Sanskrit Global Forum has organized on a talk on a unusual topic, because I have said it unusual because all these, in the last webinars, the topics were, all topics were related to ancient Indian wisdom. In fact, our college, the MDKG college, the Department of Sanskrit, organized an international webinar in 2020. It was, the resource person was Professor, I think, Satyanaranji, who spoke on embryology, human embryology. It was a very interesting topic. And later on, this Assam Prant of Global, when Assam Prant of Global Sanskrit Forum was constituted or formed, and it has been organizing many webinars on different topics. And mostly these were related to Sanskrit only, and they have it has organized different colleges under this Prant. Assam Prant has organized workshops also for students. So these were very useful indeed. And this time, of course, this is a totally different topic organized by the Assam Prant, because, but it is very needful to know. I think most of the colleges of Assam has already completed the first cycle, and they are preparing the re-accreditation for re-accreditation. And I was, in my college, I was there for 2 terms in the re-accreditation process. In fact, it was when the not we did in the earlier format, not in the new format. New format, they have included, they have inducted a lot of new things, and qualitative metrics and quantitative metrics, a lot of things have come in, although the criterions are the same, the 7 criterions. But as the resource person has rightly explained everything about what we have to do. We actually, the colleges have done, our colleges do a lot of things, only the documentation is very necessary. So because everything now has to be uploaded, everything is online. So so it is very useful. I congratulate the organizers for organizing college, for organizing this webinar. And so this way, actually, the Sanskrit Forum, Global Sanskrit Forum, can organize on other topics which are not very really connected to Sanskrit also. So it is because it is related to our colleges only. So that so I congratulate them, and I'm very much thankful to them also, and hope more such this kind of webinars, talks will be organized in future also. And I have been given the responsibility of the president of this Assam Prant recently. So I won't be able to name all the topics which were covered earlier. But anyway, it was a useful topic for the colleges who are preparing for what is called re-accreditation process. And so so I thank everyone to giving me the opportunity to talk, to say a few words. So actually I'm traveling, so it might get disconnected. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sanjita.
Thank you, Dr. Manishi Sarma, ma'am. We now proceed to the vote of thanks. May I now request our convener, Dr. Sumita Singha. Oh, sir. Pathak sir may have some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, please.
Sanjita ji, if you permit me to say a few words about the speakers.
Sir, please.
I must congratulate Dr. Kakati for giving such an elaborate instruction on this topic. Elaborate, I must tell you, elaborate. Even these things are not implemented or practiced in America, where I have been 52 years. But some points I want to make comments on. First of all, the implementation of these criteria are very important. In India, we put things on papers, quite a bit we put on papers, but implementation, proper implementation is lacking. One thing I want to just mention. The other thing I want to just mention over here is publication. He mentioned about publication. Publication nowadays has become a business, not only in America, also in India. Every week I receive some inquiry from publication of this journal, that journal, because they are ready to make money. So you can send any garbage work you have done and give them money, they will publish it. So the quality or quantity, what is more important in your life? That has to be considered very clearly. Also, the individual student, there was mention about how can we compare Delhi students with the Assam students. I just want to mention on this point. This is a very important topic. And I want to give an example for that. You all must have heard about the institution in America called Caltech, California Institute of Technology. Caltech is very famous institution, very famous. Now, a gentleman, American gentleman, did his PhD from Caltech, came to MD Anderson in 1973. And I was already there as a postdoc fellow in MD Anderson. All my education is from India. I'm not promoting myself, but I'm giving you the example. We both were appointed assistant professor. He's from California Institute of Technology, American, and I'm poor from India, coming PhD degree from Banaras Hindu University. We both were appointed. 3 years passed, and in 3 years, I was able to publish 6 papers. He was able to publish 1 abstract. So after 3 years, MD Anderson told him, get out from here. We don't need you. So with that, I have learned that individual student is very important. And we have to recognize the capability of that student, no matter which college he is at, which university he is getting education. That is very important. So in other words, I'm so happy to see that a lot of things that we practice in America, they are being implemented in India, or they are actually talked about. That evaluation in education is very, very important. When I am teaching course in America, I am evaluated by my student also. And if you look into my CV, I can send you a updated CV, Sanjita ji. You can look into that and how I have been evaluated by student. And if students are telling that this teacher is not good, he has not taught very nicely, from next year, that teacher will be removed from that course and he will put to another course immediately. So we follow it very strictly, very strictly. So that's why I'm telling that implementation is very, very important. But I'm so happy to hear Dr. Kakati that India government has taken lead in implementing so many things, good things. They are good for our future. And I congratulate him, and I congratulate all of you to having this wonderful topic. And I'm especially thankful to Dr. Mishra and Sanjita ji that they have given me opportunity to speak over here and participate in this program. Because I have been a student of India, and I have been taught in a very different way over there. I have taught with sanskara, which we don't give to a student today. Even in America, forget about the word sanskara. But India, yes, we should not forget the sanskara. It's very, very important, no matter how important things we do. The last point I want to mention to Dr. Kakati, I must have missed in his lecture, that in research, particularly, we have developed in here a core facility. What is core facility is, for example, electron microscope, which is very costly. Everybody cannot buy electron microscope. So in a given university, you have an electron microscope, one piece of electron microscope, have an expert over there, and he or she is taking care of that microscope. And anybody who wants to do work with electron microscope will go to that person and get help. This way we have different core facility. We have core facility for the identification of cell lines. In cancer, there are a lot of cell lines mixing up. People are thinking that they are working on human cell line, but they are actually working on mouse cells because you cannot identify. So we have core facility over here. You send your cell over there first to see if this cell is really human or human breast cancer or human colon cancer. And if they certify it in the core, then you work on that. Otherwise, you will spend millions of dollars, millions of money, and you waste your time, your energy, you publish paper on wrong cell lines, and few years later, you are criticized very badly. So these things should be kept in mind also. And I'm so happy that today's topic was core to my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Whenever I see you, actually, your site reminds me one verse, Vidya Dadati Vinayam. By Vinay, in West India, we mean discipline, and here we mean modesty. So you are an epitome of both modesty and discipline, sir. Thank you. Okay. Now proceed.
I have some few words, sir.
Okay.
I will take some only 1 minute. I will take not more than that. First of all, Kagoti sir, thank you. Really awesome presentation. And as Pathak sir said, no, it's a very effective and informative, really. And I think this program is designed for only sister college only, I think. And actually, yes, I have attended a lot of workshops, actually, more than 5 and 6, and I had a lot of queries, actually. And seeing your lecture and seeing your presentation, everything is liquid, no? So please, sir, one thing that you please give your phone number so that we are going to plan that in the month of December, we are going to organize some NAAC on that topic, accreditation topic, and so we'll invite you. And sir, this much, sir, and then you know the situation of our college. I think Sangeeta will tell you, I think that no doubt in Chilcherton our college is situated, but in the radius of 2 kilometers and 3 kilometers, no, there is big colleges. So when the admission starts, actually, then the first thing is that they go to the colleges and nearby colleges, DC College, Kachar College, and Radhamadu colleges. And after not getting the chances from there, no, then they at last they came to the Tengwa College. And regarding the things are first before SSR and that first we have to register all these things. And then actually we no doubt our college is provincial like 2013, 14th August, but it's affecting 2015, 16. But till 2017, 18, we have only 120 and 200 students only. And then after that, no doubt 2018, 19, the scenario has been already changed, and then 300 and 300, 450. And regarding the preparation of the NAAC, already we have prepared, and the recent, suppose before the July and August, we're a little bit prepared on the NAAC, but due to the recent flood, no, it's totally worst out. So again, we have to prepare it. So it's our bad luck, really. So our team, there's the teaching staff and the officials, again, we are working hard. And in the next month, we are going to plan something that will organize some this type of program. And sir, please, we'll invite you. And whatever you presented, no, PPT, You just, I will give you my mail and let's send me. Thank you, sir, this much. Really, hats off to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jitikanta Rajkumar. Actually, we forgot we had a very worst flood this time there in Silchar. So, okay, I hope you have survived and you have kept some records in hand.
Yes,
Everything will be fine.
No, actually, our college do or die situation. Actually,
Okay.
the government has fixed the deadline. 2022 is the last.
Yes.
So we have to do within that period, and we
Yes.
have written to DHA and RUSA that we give some time so that we can manage all the things. Actually,
Silchar has been underwater for more than 1 month actually. So
1 month,
the
27
area
days
was
more than
mostly
that.
affected actually.